Greetings to everyone around the world watching this interview. My name is Mara and I'm from Latvia, Europe. And I'm here together with my coworker Afreen from the USA. And this year, our companies, Vividly and INVI, joined our forces to work on a project called the Museum from Home. It is an initiative to support museums and also other organizations in these remote times with 3D and immersive power. So we have started a series of interviews with experts from cultural and educational institutions field. And this is the reason we have invited Chance Landry to this interview. She's the founder and director of Southern Apache Museum.
Hi, my name is Chance Landry. I am Kunet Sa, the Tucson and the Natehe. That means I'm Big Water People, Lapan Apache. And I'm also founder, curator, and director of Southern Apache Museum here in Houston.
So to elaborate a little bit more about Chance, she's a member of the Lipan Apache Nation who grew up in Pasadena. She had an established physical museum before. It was short-lived. It was occupied within the Northwest Mall from 2012 to 2017, I believe. And the museum lost its lease, unfortunately, because the mall owners launched a major redevelopment to remake the site as a transportation hub for a planned bullet train from Houston to Dallas. So with that said, that's kind of where we stepped in to create this virtual environment that houses artifacts, arts, architectural features that help the audience learn about the Southern Apache tribe. And we created an experience that really just gives you a glimpse of what the physical museum could look like, and also making it interactive and informative at the same time. So to begin the interview, I would like to kind of understand from you, Chance, what values do you think that technology has brought to art and cultural organizations during the pandemic?
I think that it's brought a lot to the pandemic. I mean, it's like, people don't have anything to do right now, and being stuck in a back room, speaking personally, because I know a lot of people and I can't talk to them or anything right now. But technology for me, if I didn't have that, I probably would be like, oh my God, going crazy. Phones, computers, and games or anything, like even my television set has a Roku on it, where you can get on YouTube and you can do all this stuff, and it makes it a lot easier. It's just like, I'm glad it happened when it did. I'm so sorry it did, but yeah, I'm glad that we have technology.
Yeah, and then I think when you mention this, I think it's really important because you're able to stay connected to people, right? And that's what we kind of strive on, we live on, we depend on that connectivity and that ability to, speak to one another, or just have that human touch in some way or form. So the next question, to elaborate a little bit more, what role do you think technology will have in the art and cultural community post-pandemic? So, we are looking at, for instance, the Southern Plains, the museum itself, it's definitely connecting your tribe members in one way or another. But after the pandemic, how do you see this technology still kind of
I think it's going to be the same, really.
Yeah.
I think that people are getting used to technology. I mean, even some of my older friends, are starting to learn how to use computers and phones, just because we want to see each other, and the museum, of course, everybody wants to look at the museum and to read everything on it, and they're really excited about it, really.
Yeah. Definitely. And then my next question to lead into that was, you've probably seen and I believe when we first met, you mentioned you've played video games. And so you were really, really ecstatic about like a product like this. So based on your knowledge and your experience of, being on these virtual platforms, what have you seen in these virtual platforms that leave the deepest impression on you, or like what really about them works for you?
Okay, like number one, I love Tomb Raider. Okay, like Tomb Raider is like, the greatest game that has ever been created in the history of mankind since technology came in. And I started playing Tomb Raider in 1996. And what I loved about it is that you can actually interact with it. You're controlling what she does, Laura Croft. And that was my favorite. However, now my favorite is my museum. Because when I saw it yesterday, oh my God, it blew me away. I really loved it. I love it. I just, can't wait to dive right into it.
Yeah, and it's an honor that we get to hear that because we were a part of it in some way or form. So it's definitely been exciting for us too. What feedback have you received recently about that completed project?
Okay, not everybody has seen it yet because I haven't put out my big blast, to let everybody see it. But the ones that I have that have seen it, they love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all thumbs up. They're like really excited about it. And they love it that they can read everything, that's on the outside and on the inside. And yeah, everybody's thumbs up.
Yeah, that's exciting.
They're loving it.
Okay, and then do you have any final words just for the people that are tuning into this museum from home, just for the audience, just something that maybe you want to mention about the museum or just about, your experience through this whole thing?
Yeah, it's been really great. I mean, I have, when you start a project like this, it's like a marriage, you got to get used to each other and stuff. But yeah, I really have enjoyed actually working with this. And if you need somebody to help you, let me know. And another thing is also, is there any way that we can make a game out of this? Because that would really be really cool. like Tomb Raider, but no violence. It's just a learning tool, that we could use, especially like the languages and the books, and maybe have classes and things like that.
Definitely, yeah. I think the virtual environment is around that everyone is still exploring, and that next step, which Mark, I'm sure you can agree with us too, there's so much to happen here, and the beautiful thing about this is someone that's sitting in another part of the world can quickly learn in a very different way from what they've usually consumed information, right? We've usually been used to watching a video or going on a website, but this way of taking in information is really new for people. And you've hit the nail on that, where you say, we could learn about the books and read the books in that environment, or you could be learning languages. And so that's definitely something that needs to be explored.
Or even watching the dancers dance,
Yeah.
And what's really great about this is that, it's from an Indian perspective. It's not from a book that somebody else wrote that they have no idea who we are. No, this is all Indian. It's our world, and people get to see who we really, really are.
Thank you for joining us. If you're interested in working with our team, please visit themuseumfromhome.com or send a message to team@themuseumfromhome.com. Thank you.